Welcome, beautiful soul, to another episode of Rise, Reclaim, and Renew. Hi, I'm your host, Joni Elizabeth. Today we're going to talk about grief and loss. We don't have a roadmap of how to operate change and not only change in your life, but there can be the literal loss of a loved one or a friend or an animal. Loss, grief and loss is also often change in life from how you thought things were going to be to how they are, whether it's all of a sudden and it seems like it happens in a blink of an eye. Your children are grown and on their own. That's bittersweet, but it creates a lot of emotions, a lot of sadness. And on one hand, you're happy for them that they're, productive, healthy, good human beings, ideally, and following their path in life, and you have a good relationship with them. But it does create loss and grief from all the years of raising them and the um, caretaking and the love and the nurturing. Grief and loss can come from losing a job. You're laid off, you're fired. Often that can get into your identity as well as when kids are grown, like, who am I now? Or you are going through the loss or a divorce, loss of a relationship or a marriage, even if it's for the better, because, for example, you had somebody who was not cherishing your heart, they were abusive. Yes, it's so painful. However, remember, you will get better. You can get better. You can find your way forward. You can rebuild your life. When you're going through grief and loss, there are many stages that you experience, and it's not a one size fits all. It's not a, okay, you already went through feeling numb or shocked or crying or angry or irritable, so you're done with that stage. No, it's a roller coaster. It can come up and down and up and down. One minute you can be feeling like, hey, I got this, it's okay. Maybe you even have a moment of needed laughter, and then it hits again, and you might find yourself in tears and feeling like, will let you ever feel better? Healing from loss is not about not, um, it's like loss of a loved one. You don't ever get over that. You learn how to navigate in a healthy way, in a more meaningful, impactful way over time. However, it's really important to take time to just be, not be afraid to sit with your emotions. Don't be afraid to let tears out or to let a trusted friend in or go to counseling or coaching or your church. There is support out there. And there are support groups too. But I want to remind you that you're not alone. It's okay to give to yourself what you need. It's good and healthy to have boundaries, even with well-meaning people, that I just need to be alone right now. I need to just cry. I need to journal. I need to process this. I need to be out in nature. We delay the grieving process when we just all of a sudden, like, I'm going to just get busy. I'm going to try to ignore this. And it comes out in disease. It comes out in your body, in your overall wellness. And I know you don't want to sit and cry. Nobody is like, yes, that's just amazing, although it can feel that way afterwards, like a good, healthy release. But when you are able to do that, and it doesn't mean you have to necessarily cry, but just to really tune out social media and other things and give to yourself some space and time to just feel. However, now I also want to remind you my videos are not meant to be therapeutic or replace therapy. So if you find that you're hitting a depression or a deep depression, please reach out to your local trusted doctor or a counselor, combination of things, because there is support for that too. Because we want to make sure that you're not getting depressed. Some people need added support of medicine or supplements to help their bodies regulate during this hard season. And I want to remind you, and I've spoke about this too, in life, there's twists and turns, hills and valleys, and beauty. So I want to encourage you, even in the midst of the change you're going through, remind yourself, I am okay. I will be okay. This too shall pass. Yes, I miss what I thought was going to be. However, I can still take a step forward. I can create something wonderful and beautiful. And if it's a loss of a loved one, I encourage you to write a letter to them, the things you'd want to say when you're ready, and to be able to talk about the precious person to trusted people. I had a beautiful conversation with one of my long-term friends, and we were talking about the loss of our other friend and how dear she was to us. We lost her sadly very early 2020 and had known each other since we were only 12 years old. Very, very special, beautiful person. And I feel richly blessed for the friends that I was blessed to have with when I was growing up. And talking about her, a few of the memories and sharing a picture and even a letter that she wrote to me was so endearing and so precious. And I think healing to both my other friend and I, and then I shared some pictures with her and I too that brought up some fun memories and some laughter. And I noticed then I felt sadness because I was missing my best friend. And so I allowed the tears instead of run from it or I need to ignore it. It's like, it's okay. Give yourself permission to notice your feelings, not be afraid of them, comfort your emotions, comfort yourself. There's some amazing strategies that I may do a podcast on, and I do teach some of my clients um, these that are soothing for your nervous system. Do some healthy guided meditation, take a walk, do some good self-care. Allow yourself time to grieve. And there is not a one size fits all. So it doesn't mean like, okay, I gave myself a day or two and I'm fine. And yes, at some point, you got to get up and get out and do life even when you're not feeling like it. I'm going to give you the beautiful, true example of my best friend. We had some beautiful talks before she passed, and she knew that she was um, going to pass. And she said she's at peace with that. She made peace with that. But she also, I, she was giving me compliments on, she was like, I'm so proud of you, all the things you're doing and sharing with people. And you're going to continue to do that. And you need to get out there and shine brighter. So in the moments, after her passing, of course, I allowed time to not work for a few days and I had the weekend, too, and cry and journal. And then throughout that first few years, there'd be times where I was feeling it. I needed to just sit and journal and cry. And every once in a while, I get that now still. But I also smile and think how richly, deeply blessed I was to be her best friend and my other friend as well. What a beautiful blessing. And I wouldn't trade that for anything. And the things that she taught me and I taught her, but just being there for each other. And the other thing I think of her, she really would be like, okay, you better get up, get dressed, and get out there and help more people. And sometimes I think about that and I would get a smile on my face. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. So take time, notice what you need, be your own best friend, be your own healthy parent, nurturing and kind to your emotions. And it's okay to have healthy boundaries. Like one of my friends says, no is a full sentence. No, I can't do that. No, I'm not up for that. And yes, I need to rest. Yes, I need to cry. Yes, I need to go on a nice walk. I hope today's topic was helpful for whoever may need to hear this. Be kind, be loving, and compassionate with your emotions. You were made for so much more. Until next time, and always much love, Joni Elizabeth.